Hey guys, Matt got a C10 this last week. Found it in a Facebook Marketplace, and he definitely made a good find here. This bed is insane. Look at that. There's not a dent on it. The bed's just dusty. It's in awesome shape. Look down here, there's no rust. It says a few little boo-boos we'll take care of. That's no big deal. There's that. There's one on the hood. But the hood's not bowed. The bumpers are straight. Interior's all there. AC trucks here, a classic. So very good start for a project. And of course we're getting when the drivetrain's ready. This is we're gonna stab in pretty quick, and we will do videos on that showing there's different ways to do the same thing, of course. So we're just gonna show the way that we prefer to do it. And that way you guys can watch and get an idea of what to do. And it reminds me for the next video on this, really clean engine bay and everything. This is what's going to happen. You're going to get your setup, you're going to pull the drivetrain out, and then you have all of this. And very little of this is actually used. So I'm gonna go over what you want to do before you get too much further. We're gonna throw battery power back onto this, and I'm gonna show you guys how to test your wires so that you can go ahead and pre-mark it and have your wires labeled so you know your starter solenoid wire. So that way you can plug it in right to my harness. Next you'll have your main power wire that gets power off the stud there. So you make sure that's all correct. What other wires do we use? This would be the time also to figure out if you're going to use factory gauges, find out your oil pressure and water temp wires. Then you want to go ahead and mark that, and everything else you're going to cut and remove. On my C10, I pulled the bulkhead out, depinned all the wires I'm not using, then threw it back in. And kind of go over some of this stuff here. You know, you got your charcoal canister. Kind of neat. I haven't seen one like this before, but there's two sections to it because you're doing dual tanks. So you can keep it or get rid of it, whatever you want to do there. Then he's probably going to keep the factory AC. We'll make that working since it's a newer model. We'll use a Gen 5 compressor, leaving the factory clamshell mounts down there. And then the AC compressor is usually a pretty tight fit, so we'll see how that goes. But we know what to do. We've done several of these, but this is going to be a really awesome driver.